For these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, and giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. And it's Cobb in at the 1.
Brunson, a career 40% three-point shooter. Man, that shot is reliable.
And here's MP from outside. Towns with a rebound. Now here's Brunson. Takes the 3. That one doesn't drop. Down low. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at New York, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Minnesota, they've played with a lot of effort over this last stretch. Sometimes that's the only edge you need to beat teams that are similar in talent. They're the class of their division right now.
6 to shoot. Hart from long range. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
It's Edwards on the wing. And the jumper from the wing offline. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And here's Cobb for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Displaying the range right there. Good to see MP taking and making that kind of shot.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. The 3 ball. Minnesota with a rebound. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much. Puts up a 3, knocks it down from distance. MP's got 8.
You have to be ready to take your shots when they come. And MP was ready this time.
Towns outside. Lets the 3 fly. Reed with the rebound.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Back to Cobb. Randall on the screen. MP, the pass to Randall. That's good. And it's Cobb with the assist.
Boy, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randall, so good at finishing inside.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. They defeated Washington in their last game.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Outside Hart, looking to win the run. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Hart's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Boy, a player as versatile as Anunoby is extremely valuable. You know, he gives you defense, scoring, plus he can make a play or two as well.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's Reed. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Naz Reid is a very good shooting big.
And New York has possession, trailing by 2. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
Back to Cobb, 4 on the clock. Randall, a screen on Hart. MP, the pass to Randall, and it's good. 2 points.
Love that play call by MP, finding a way to create for his team.
New York has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. And Anunoby for 3. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena. And they proved it that game.
Randall with a steal. Bridges against MP. 4-3. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Cobb. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
The shake. Brunson on the drive. And the layup is good. Brunson's got 5 now.
On the drive, Brunson plays with quickness and purpose.
18. Minnesota has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter. Pass to Edwards. Back to MP. This one for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Downs against Randall. Back to Brunson. Cobb with the steal. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Bridges. Knicks trail by 5. Anunoby on the wing. Randall with a steal. Right side, Cobb. Randall, a screen on Brunson. MP, the pass to Randall. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Cobb's got 4 assists now tonight. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
And they're just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
I do not think you can overstate Towns' range. I mean, he takes a tough shot there and makes it look easy.
Here is DiVincenzo. A 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. 5 on the clock. Reed, a screen on Bridges. For 3, DiVincenzo. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Knicks trail by 4. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense. But he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. A big group substitution here for New York. Go for a different look here. Naz Reid's checked in for Gobert. Randall comes in for Ingles. Edwards, he's checked in for Juzang. And MP subbed in for Mike Conley. Now MP. 14 points for him. Pass to Randall. Fires from deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
This is a big part of Reid's value. I mean, he's proficient from deep, and he's got a quick trigger, too.
Bridges finds Brunson. Three-pointer, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Edwards. That one's wide left.
Big-time effort, denying that one. Playing the game with real force and passion.
And there's Brunson. That one's good. On the assist from Anunoby. Anunoby's got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's MP. 20 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
So much of the offense ran through him. Looking at the assist total, we saw how unselfish he can be.
And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
There was fire in MP's eyes when he let that shot go. And you knew when it left his hands, it was good.
Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Here's Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. From downtown. And again, New York with the triple.
Confident shot from Anunoby there. Showing he's very comfortable rising up off the catch.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to MP. Three-pointer. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Hits a three-pointer. Anunoby's got 9 points.
Slowly building up steam. Hit 1 from range in the first. He's hit 2 here in the second.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Josh Hart's checked in for Towns. And then for Minnesota, Gobert's checked in for Randall. And McDaniels is subbed in for DiVincenzo. MP finds Edwards. Back to MP from the arc. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Edwards has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, his production from deep has been nothing short of astounding.
And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Outside Hart. Shot clock at 5. Over Edwards.
Terrific work by Edwards there. The positioning, the timing on the contest, that's textbook D, folks.
MP looking around. Outside Reid for 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out. I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer three so badly.
MP against Hart. Reed, a screen on Hart. Pass to Reed. Hart against MP. And it's New York with a rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. Back to Brunson. Fires the three. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now.
Risky strategy here. I mean, shifting their offense more to the outside. We'll see.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Minnesota needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Brunson. Here's Anunoby. And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby touched it last. And here's the upcoming schedule for the New York Knicks. On Sunday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with Orlando, it's the second game of a back-to-back, so you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
The Knicks making a switch here. Yabusele's checked in. And here's Edwards outside. Hart pulls it in.
Look, bad shooting nights happen to everybody. He's just got to feel fortunate that his teammates have picked up the slack for him.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, BA, the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Clearly the strength of Gobert's game. Tough cover down low.
To the inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Yabusele. Both free throws good from Yabusele. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Outside Cobb, stolen by Bridges. Fast break, here comes New York. Banked it in off the glass.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
Foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
That shot off. And so it's MP making things happen for Minnesota. 7 3-pointers so far. He is completely dialed in from range. We'll be right back after this word.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. Interesting to use the term hierarchy, but I wonder, how would you guys rate our studio hierarchy?
Well, Ernest, when you try to bring out the big words like hierarchy, anyway, I think they're going to play it safe. But the hierarchy, I'm going to pass it to Shaq.
How dare you disrespect the Ernster? No, Ernie gets to throw. He's the one I trust calling the shots. Are you crazy, Kenny?
Well, all right. Good point, big fella. But only if he doesn't get to pick our ties.
Come on, you guys would look fantastic in bow ties. I've got some extras here. Here, Shaq, try this one. And here's one for you, Jet. Those are gonna be great.
Ooh, I like that.
And shifting focus back to our game, the Knicks are right in the thick of it.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast, they can put points on the board in a hurry, Ernie.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
The Timberwolves lead by 4. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Cobb is out there with Edwards. And it's Reed in at the center position. Here's Towns. Towns doing some work on the interior.
Towns can do some exciting stuff on the floor. We're seeing it from him here in this one.
Randall, a screen on Brunson. MP, the pass to Edwards. Now here's Randall. To the paint. Here's MP, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Jalen Brunson picks one up. Clark, the one expression you hear a lot in basketball, reward the big man. What's that all about?
Well, you know, B.A., the big guys often are the guys doing the dirty work, the unsung work, rebounding, setting screens, getting up and down the floor to create opportunities for their teammates. But they also want that rock, too. So get them the ball every now and then. Let them eat.
Free throw good, MP. The Timberwolves making it to their second straight Western Conference Finals last year, Clark.
Yeah, you know, what impressed me the most, I think, was making it last year as a 6 seed, gelling down the stretch of the season. They struggled for a good part of the season, but the last third or so of the season, they really came together. Just did not have quite enough to make it to the final.
Clark, 51 wins for the New York Knicks last season. Their best finish in over a decade.
Yeah, and they got that done despite significant turnover on their roster, BA, making it even more impressive. And as they gel, the question is, can this team take the next step and contend for a title? I think they're certainly capable.
Bridges misses. Minnesota leading by 4. MP outside. Right side Reed, wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Cobb. Cobb's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Outside Anunoby. Hits the trifecta. Anunoby's got 12 points.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Reed for 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back over to you, Brian.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Brunson passes to Towns. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Anunoby for the tie. And again, New York with the triple.
OG, reliable and capable as a scorer. He's got his rhythm going, so he's going to keep shooting.
And so MP will bring it up for the T-Wolves. Outside Edwards. Randall, a screen on Bridges. Back to Cobb. Pass to Reed. He can't hit that time. And some solid defense from Towns.
Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
Hart finds Bridges. And here's Brunson from the arc. And the rebound by the Timberwolves.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Reed, a screen on Brunson. MP, the pass to Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Cobb. Reed's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
And an Obi for 3. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Outside Edwards. Randall, a screen on Bridges. Back to Cobb. To the wing on the left. An open look for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Outside Brunson. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
MP hammers it down.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Back to Brunson. Here's the 3. He can't get that one to fall.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Randall, a screen on Brunson. And stolen by Brunson. And an Obi for 3. No good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Cobb with it. 27 points for him. Outside Edwards. Randall, a screen on Bridges. Back to Cobb. 3-pointer. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Edwards has got 5 assists tonight.
Getting the ball to somebody ready to stroke it. Selfless play by Edwards there.
Clark, when you look at the evolution of Julius Randle, talk about his playmaking.
Yeah, he's worked on trying to see things as they develop a little more, and I imagine he's done a lot of film study. I could only attribute some of his improvement to that. He's looking for others intentionally and aggressively, so I think that's part of why his teammates enjoy playing with him. They know he's making the effort to distribute the basketball.
Here's Randall. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
Every night, Randall draws a ton of contact, and he dishes it out, too.
Towns outside. The 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Edwards with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. The 3 from Cobb. MP drills the 3.
Boy, he's been a monster this quarter, carrying the load for sure.
Outside Anunoby. Outside Brunson. High post Towns. Another one falls for New York. Minnesota has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Randall, a screen on Brunson. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Look, in a game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. Towns against DiVincenzo. Back to Brunson. Anunoby for three. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Anunoby's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half and seems to only be getting better.
Randall, the pass to Reed. And here's Randall. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Looking for a guy that plays with a bit of an edge. Julius Randle is your man. I mean, he's been an All-NBA selection on multiple occasions.
And he makes a first. And some changes here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Towns. Clarkson comes in for Anunoby, and Malcolm Brogdon is subbed in for Mikal Bridges. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed, and Mike Conley is subbed in for Cobb. And Randall drops them both. And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, BA, way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another back.
An entirely new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Hart comes in for Yabusele. OG Anunoby's checked in for Clarkson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. And then for Minnesota, Naz Reid's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for DiVincenzo. And MP subbed in for Mike Conley. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Back to MP. Randall, a screen on Hart. MP drives in. Pass to Randall. Deflects the pass. Back to Cobb. And the finish by Cobb.
There you go, MP. Hammer it home, young fella.
Now here's Brunson. Towns outside. Outside Hart. Lets it go from deep. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Cobb for 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Brunson against MP. Towns outside. There's the 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Outside Cobb. Bridges against Edwards. Back to Cobb. The 3 is up. Hart pulls it in. Knicks leading by 4. Anunoby with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Despite his struggles to heat up and get going, the lead still remains intact.
Pass to Reed, launches a three, and it's Brunson with the rebound.
After knocking down a couple in the first half, he hasn't gotten a three to fall since.
Towns can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 4. And here's MP. Outside Edwards. Now McDaniels. Outside MP from about 19. Ooh, it misses. New York leading by 4. Outside Brunson. Here's Towns. Whoa, Towns with the power.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Outside Edwards. McDaniels against Anunoby. Now MP puts one up from 19. Reed sets a screen. MP! Ooh, the three doesn't go. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Towns ripped down the board. New York has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Now Reed. Oh, no good again that time. MP. Nice job by MP converting it tight.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
Now Bridges takes a three, buries it from outside.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Minnesota's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Bridges pulls it down. MP against Brunson. Fires a three. Cash from downtown.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Knicks.
What a huge win for them tonight. It seemed like all was lost for them, but then they battled back.
Yeah, games like this one can really define a team. They were able to prove that they could bounce back from even the most dire circumstances.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Karl Anthony Towns.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. First free throw is good.
At the line, 2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
You know, it would have been great to knock them all down, but he did enough to put this one in the bag.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence too.
Now over to Dominic Hamill.
A double-double and a terrific performance by you tonight in what must be a disappointing loss. Talk to me.
Yeah, double-doubles don't mean much to me, Dom. You see 100 double-doubles a night in this league. It ain't 1960s anymore. Who cares? I'd rather win.
Well, we wish you luck, MP.
Thank you.
Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Dominic. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.